5 years after New Canaan, Connecticut mom Jennifer Dulos disappeared, her ex-husband's lover found guilty today of a whole slew of crimes, including conspiracy to commit murder.
What say you, Mr. Foreperson? Is she guilty or not guilty of the first count of the information charging the defendant with conspiracy to commit murder in violation of Connecticut General Statutes, Section 53A, 48A, and 53A-54A, subsection A?
Guilty.
Troconis was accused of helping her now dead boyfriend, Fotis Dulos, cover up the disappearance of his ex-wife, Jennifer Dulos, whose body has never been found to this day. That's Jennifer. Troconis was also found guilty of a count of hindering prosecution, 2 counts of conspiracy to commit tampering with physical evidence, 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence. Remember, surveillance footage was presented in court of Fotis Dulos getting out of a pickup truck to throw out unidentified items the day his ex-wife disappeared, and they believe, of course, that she was with him. Dulos was charged in connection to Jennifer's killing in 2020. Shortly, he took his own life around that time. Dulos and Troconis allegedly got rid of 30 bags of potentially bloodied objects like zip ties. Shirts were found in garbage bins. According to police, Troconis' sentencing now set for May the 31st. Joining me now, Jesse Weber, attorney and anchor for the Law and Crime Network. He covers all these stories closely, also a NewsNation contributor. Misty Marris, trial attorney and legal analyst, who's been following all these cases. And Jonna Spilbor, criminal defense attorney and radio host, who has also been following these closely. And every single one of you said you were surprised about the verdict. Misty, let me start with you. Why?
I was surprised about the conspiracy charge, not the other ones, but the conspiracy to commit murder. I just did not see, watching this trial, the prosecution actually fulfilling that burden. Now, look, the jury was asked to see, was this a series of coincidences or was this a conspiracy? Obviously, they believed it to be, but I just didn't think the evidence was there on that particular charge.
Let me play. This is from defense attorney John Schoenhorn during the closing arguments, basically making the argument as to why she wasn't guilty. Let's listen.
Michelle is not the remaining half of a scheming plot. She was never part of the equation. That is pure speculation. She didn't know.
But, Jonna, there was all of this surveillance video, right, of the two of them, right, which is pretty darn incriminating.
Well, incriminating for what, though? I think the legal issue was, what did she know and when did she know it? This case was odd from the jump because, A, they still don't have a body. B, they didn't have the main suspect. That was her estranged husband, Fotis Dulos, because he was pushing up daisies, having killed himself 3 weeks after he was charged with her murder. So without those two components, they really had to sort of take Michelle Troconis and put her in the shoes of Fotis Dulos and ask the jury to take that legal leap. It worked. I didn't think it was going to.
All right, so Jesse, the reason I saved you for last is because you said you have a theory.
I do have a theory, right.
I wanted everyone to hear your theory.
Everybody listen up.
And then be able to respond to it.
It goes back to a jury question. They wanted to hear the testimony of Troconis' friend, and I kept wondering why. And then I remember what she testified to. She said that on the morning that Jennifer disappeared, Michelle was acting really normal. Okay, so now I'm thinking if the jury felt that she was guilty of tampering with evidence, and she was acting normal on the day that Jennifer disappeared, and there was not an instance where she panicked and then was going to help Fotis Dulos, or she had a moment of reflection. The minute they found that she was acting normal, they must have said she knew about this from the very beginning. She never had a minute to pause. And so I think the minute they said she helped them get rid of evidence, they knew she was a part of the murder plot.
Let me play another piece down. This is from the Connecticut State Police, Kevin Duggan, talking about some of the bloody clothes that were found.
Long sleeve shirt is cut. It's a Vineyard Vines shirt, and it is covered in a blood-like substance, along with the bra.
And was the bra cut as well?
Yes.
And covered in the blood-like substance?
Yes.
So, Misty, the defense's argument here was, even though Michelle Troconis is riding in the car with Fotis Dulos as he's dumping this evidence, right, she doesn't know what he's doing, even though they're making stops and dropping stuff off along the way?
Yeah, the defense argument was that she believed that he had gone to various sites. Remember, he's in construction, and that he was dumping stuff from those sites. So that was the defense argument. When you look at the video, she doesn't get out of the car. I understand that coupled with her inconsistencies in those interviews, I think that's probably what led the jury to go down the path to convict. But still, I just found it to be such a leap on that conspiracy charge because they didn't really have anything locking her into knowledge about the death.
All right. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.